which means the world's religion of Jesus Christ. And that's when the heavens were open unto me. Precept number 8, Deuteronomy 18:18 came to pass. On June 22nd, 1994, after I believed the truth after 7 days of research, a strange feeling was in my belly. It rose up through my mouth and spoke these words through my mouth. Yahshua is the true Messiah, and the world has to know. My arms on their own shot up into the air, and buckets of tears fell from my eyes. And an unknown song, a new song I never heard before, came out of my mouth. After I sang this strange song, I was forced gently to the floor on my face like a dead man, and Yahshua spoke to me 3 times. And I answered. I said, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. He spoke again, and I said, you chose me? You chose me? He spoke again, and I said, I will follow you everywhere you go. I will follow you everywhere you go. Precept number 9. You must have the precept of 3 months where the child stays for 3 months and leave. Well, June 16th of 1994 all the way to September 17th, 1994 is 3 months. I stayed with IDMR. I was a faithful student, but strangely, I was compelled to leave the school by the Spirit. I didn't understand why, but I had to leave. Now I understand. It was to fulfill that 3-month precept that I didn't understand at that time in 1994. I want you to realize that on September 17th, 1994, when I left IDMR, I was actually bombarded by biblical dreams lasting for 3.5 years. I dated these dreams and I wrote them all down. From June 22nd, 1994, all the way to April 7th, 2006, is about 12 years. That's when I received my second visitation. Like a thief in the night, Deuteronomy 18:18 happened to me again. Words were put into my mouth, which I spoke, and the words were, you're my oracle, and I knew you can do it. This occurred on April the 7th, 2006. On July 6, 2006, I received my third visitation. Again, like a thief in the night, unexpectedly, Deuteronomy 18:18 happened all over again. Words were put into my mouth, and here's what my mouth said. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Yahshua, the true Messiah. The whole time, the Spirit had me clapping my hands. It was as though Yahshua was now birthed into the world. I want you to know that we've reached the final precepts, letting you know that we have reached the end of the age. That means we must pay attention, because here's how our Savior is coming. Precept number 10. For the third time, we've reached the thief in the night generation, which means a chosen generation will be visited by a thief, by a man. And I'm here to tell you that this man will have a familiar past according to the scriptures. You'll know about his parents. You'll know about his job history. You'll know about his education. You'll know about where he grew up, things of that nature, you see. And I bear witness that I have met and have seen Yahshua for myself, and he has sent me unto you, as it is written. Precept number 11. As always, the 12 tribes must be regathered. Just as Yahshua gathered the 12 disciples 2,000 years ago in the second overturning, well, in this third overturning, the 12 tribes must be regathered and remembered. There will be 12,000 chosen from each of the 12 tribes, making 144,000, as written in Revelation chapter 7, verse 4 through 8. Revelation chapter 7, verses 4 through 8. Precept number 12. For the third time, the real Israel must be rescued and restored. We'll be rescued from the false Jewish Israel, and we'll be given the end time message, having the gospel of our crucified brother and risen Savior, Yahshua the Messiah. As it's written, we must bless all nations and all families without bigotry, without racism, without anti-Semitism, without hatred, and without respecter of persons. You see? And precept number 13. For the third time, a choice will be given to the world. Either you would choose Yahshua or continue believing what the world taught you. Whether it's Jesus, Allah, Muhammad, or Buddha, you must choose. And precept number 14, decision time will end, which means for the third time, Yahweh will implement Exodus 12:12. He will fight against all the gods of this world and against all the firstborn, those who refuse to be born again and those who refuse to believe the truth of Yahshua the Messiah, his son.